Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Coach Andres with Coaching with Andres. And ladies, today we're going to talk about a very common situation I've learned in my coaching, a very trendy topic I always keep on seeing and hearing about. So I dove in and got a lot of research, a lot of knowledge, a lot of facts, and what I want to help you all with this. It's called dating with anxious attachment. Do you know someone, or are you someone who has been dating with anxious attachment? As we know, there's two different forms of main attachment, anxious or avoidant, which we all have in some form. It's commonly known that men are more avoidant and women are a little more anxious in some form, but it could go either way. And what I've learned about both attachments, as a person first, as a man, coach second, it starts with you. It starts with you. You can't overcome, you can't secure, you can't fix your attachment based on the other person. It's not going to work. It's not going to be sustainable. It's not going to be healthy. It's not going to be positive. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be draining all the time, needing someone to make sure you never feel anxious, to be someone there for you all the time. It's not healthy. And that's what I always try to talk to you and my clients, because I love relationship coaching. I love being a love coach. I truly do. But the essence of what I try to coach starts as a life coach, is also what I do. And I implement life coaching goals, life coaching tasks, life coaching points, and how to secure yourself, how to elevate yourself, how to validate yourself, how to believe in yourself. Because that work translates to a healthy relationship, to a healthy love. When you do the work within yourself, you'll know that person's right for you. You'll know. Is that person inspired by it? Is he in love with that? Does he appreciate that? Is he grateful from that? Does he learn from you? And that's what the beautiful thing about relationships that I see so often is that when you do the work for yourself, the partner, the lover, the boyfriend, the husband, whoever he is, ladies, compliments who you are, not defines who you are. And that love is sustainable. That relationship is exciting. You're not leaned on the person so heavily about these things that are about you. So I'm going to talk about 3 specific signs. If you feel like you are dating with anxious attachment, or if you know someone, let me know. Write a comment, share your story, or share this video. I'd really appreciate that, because I'm here to help you all. If anything, hit the subscription, because I'd really appreciate your subscription, so in that way you get notified for future videos. I have a variety of new videos on anxious and avoidant attachment styles. And then on top of that, I'm going to talk about how to secure those attachment styles. Number 1, of having an idea, a sign that you're dating with anxious attachment. Fear of abandonment. Fear of abandonment. And you know, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I'm a coach. I'm a licensed, certified coach. I take a lot of pride in my coaching. I take a lot of honor in what I try to do and help. Because whatever I learn, I want to share. Whatever I've gone through, I want to share. And I do know, respectfully, for what I've experienced, is that sometimes the fear of abandonment might start from childhood. I'm not here to diagnose any of that. But it might start from abandonment of childhood. And if it does or it doesn't, I think we're at a point in our lives, how do we overcome that? How do we grow from that? How do we understand that? Agree to disagree, painful situations, lonely moments, discomfort, all the above. I've heard it. I've coached over almost 400 women, way over 10,000 hours, and I've heard a variety of situations, but they're at a point in their lives, an adult, single moms, divorced women, retired women, where they're willing and they're ready to face that discomfort. Understand this abandonment. If it was childhood or if it wasn't, I know it's within myself. And I know I bring that fear of abandonment to the dating scene, and I misrepresent who I really am to being the scared version of who I am. I misrepresent the real me compared to the fearful me. And I think we've all done that in some form, of course. But it's up to you to eventually face that, to overcome that, to understand that, to grow from that, to now really represent the real you, the person who's resilient, the person who's committed, determined, the person who fights for what they want. The love you want in someone else is the love you need to fight for within yourself. And it starts now. It starts with this, anxious attachment. It's a very common thing going on these days because people are becoming more anxious. And I'm not trying to dismiss the reasons. I understand the reasons. I don't care if they're heavy or light or weak or shallow or not, doesn't matter. But if you feel anxious, and you know you do, watch this video, share this video, leave a comment, because I'm here to help you on how to secure it. Because it starts with you, not him. not him, with you. I'm here to help you get that. Number two, a sign of, are you dating with anxious attachment? Dating with anxious attachment. Number two is very common in all attachments, and it's very common in all people. But anxious people take it to the next level. Fear of rejection. Fear of rejection. He's going to say no. He's not interested. I get it, because you're putting yourself out there. The fear of rejection is terrifying if you let it define you. Fear of rejection can be intense. If you don't understand, it's not rejection, it's redirection. If you are trying to be the truest form of who you are, not the best version, that's the honeymoon phase that everyone tries to get swept up on. The truest form of who you are, where you not only love yourself, but you own who you are with this, that you're working through things, and you express that gratitude, that humility, that respect to yourself. And if you show that on a date, on a match, on a phone call, in a relationship, and someone rejects that, do you really want to have fear from that person? Do you really need to find more validation from that person? Do you see that that person might not be the right person? Again, it's not rejection, it's redirection to somebody else. That's only if you know you're being the truest form of yourself. A lot of times I've seen it, unfortunately more common than not, manipulation, games, forcing, impatience, rushing the relationship to some level of commitment, exclusivity, where you're not really being you, you're being the girlfriend until I am the girlfriend. And then you let these fears, this anxiety take over the relationship, where you constantly need his validation. You constantly need his attention, because anything that less than that is rejection. I can't live with that. And we build and build this weight on ourselves, on our shoulders. And it really takes away the light, the excitement of the relationship. Fear of rejection. It's not rejection, it's redirection. And it starts within yourself. I'm here to help you with this. I'm here to hold you accountable with this. I'm here to hold you responsible with this. Send a message. I'm going to help you out with that. I always tell my clients, I'm going to promise you two things out of our call, out of our coaching session. Clarity and motivation towards your goals. Clarity and motivation towards your goals. What are your goals? Make the relationship work. Okay, that's the goal. The work is having the clarity of understanding that it starts with you, and we're going to do the work, me and you, on you. Then the goal is the happy relationship. The goal is the man of your dreams. All right? Number three, another sign of dating with anxious attachment. As you can see, everything kind of plays a part, and it leads one thing to the other. Fear of being abandoned, fear of rejection, needing validation. It literally it's like a ripple effect. If you just have one of these, it leads to the other. So you have to be aware of whatever it is that you feel like you have to understand it. Fear of constantly needing validation from others rather than feeling secured within yourself. There could be a different form of validation from someone. Let's say your father, your mother, some older sibling, your boss, feeling proud, feeling recognized, feeling seen, feeling heard. I think that's great. If you want to kind of switch that from level of validation to feeling proud of the work you do, that's a positive spin on that. But in the relationship world, if it's needing validation for every little thing that you do, reassurance, that's not necessarily validating what the work you've done. It's just constantly skipping the work you need to do to get someone else to overcompensate their attention with you. That validation is the attention you constantly need, that overcompensation from him to you, which is not being proud of the work you've done. It's the lack of work you've done. Anxious attachment is very common. And I've seen it more and more because people are becoming more anxious. Regardless if it's right or wrong, we need to understand it. We need to respect it and know it starts with you on how to secure it. I want you to comment your situation, and I'm going to respond to you, and we're going to have a coaching session. I'm going to help you secure this attachment, secure this anxiety, because it starts with you. That's what I do. I implement my life coaching with the relationship coaching goals. My name is Coach Andres with coachingwithandres.com. Ladies, if you have any questions, send a comment. If you have any interest in the coaching sessions, go to coachingwithandres.com. I'm always here to help, and thank you for watching.